Rise and shine, everyone. My name is Bragan DeLeon, and we started this channel 3 years ago. The last month, actually, we uploaded our first video ever. And when I first started the channel, I'd started with just one, hope, one dream. And that was to entertain whatever people came along and joined me on all these, crazy trips of games that we play, or any other type of videos that I eventually make. Growing up, I always had, unconventional dreams. It started off with, every other kid ever. I want to be a police officer, a firefighter. I'm going to join the military. And then it became more and more artistic, more and more random. I eventually moved on to wanting to become a game designer, because I grew up playing games like Halo. And I always wanted to create an experience. I wanted to create something that somebody could sit down and just enjoy, like I did. I sat down, I played Halo with my dad constantly, all the time. Halo 1 was the first game I ever beat by myself, start to finish. And I realized that creating an experience for someone else to enjoy seems the most rewarding. From there, it moved on to I want to be a writer. I want to be this and that. I want to be a voice actor. That's still on my list, honestly. And then I decided I wanted to become an editor, and then a YouTuber. So I realized eventually that I'm not the best writer. I don't have the attention span to sit down and write out entire books. I used to. I used to write all the time. Don't so much. In editing, I always did that for school projects, stuff like that. I was always the one that took the reins on editing. And I believe it showed. I've improved since then, but I was decent for what I was doing and the time I was doing it in. And then came YouTube. I saw all these other big name YouTubers. Even back when I first started watching them, people like Markiplier and all of them were already pretty big, and they were doing something that they loved. They loved their audience and what they did. And I decided that I wanted to try it for myself because it just seemed like so much fun. It's like a hobby that became a job. So I started the channel, and I started with minimal gear, equipment, and stuff to make it happen. I used Movie Maker. I used iMovie on my old school MacBook. And I am not too proud to admit that those were not great videos. But it showed the start of something that I could build off of. A series, a let's play, anything. And I got all of my friends to watch them, whether they actually wanted to or they enjoyed them or not. I made them sit down and watch what I made. And for the most part, it was a decent reception. I mean, I would never sit down and go watch those old ones. They weren't quite where we are now. But it proved that I wasn't alone in the fact that I thought I could do this. As time went on, more and more people started watching. They started to like the videos. They started to give me feedback, how to improve. Even if some of the comments were angry, I still took it as a form of criticism. Every comment I get is some sort of, I can build off this. And more lately, I've realized that this is something I want to do full time. Whenever I'm at my real job, whenever I'm out in the actual world that seems to exist around me, I'm always thinking about doing more for the channel, for you guys. And that is a feeling that never goes away. No matter what I'm doing, I'm constantly thinking of what my next idea or my next move or what I want to do next for the channel is. It's a constant struggle to stay focused on other things when there's always something like you guys waiting for me at home. But the reality is that it's not quite that easy. I can't make this a full-time project yet. I can't make this a full-time job. And I've realized that more and more, whether I'd like to admit it, is that this is nothing that happens overnight. And that's obvious. Obviously, I didn't expect it to just boom, top of the worlds. But especially lately, it has shown me that you guys do like what I do, and the new things I try, and the new editing whatever I attempt this week or today. And it's amazing to see that kind of support from you guys. So to start off, I want to say thank you to everyone who's given the channel a shot, who's given me a shot, and just stuck around, saw what we had to offer, what I had to offer for videos, for commentary, whatever you want to call it. It means the world to me that you guys would want to sit down and watch what I create. Even if all of it's not that great, it still means the world to me that you'd sit and watch. As you guys have already seen, obviously, I've been trying to do 2 videos a day. I've been trying to keep up with the schedule of 2 a day. Even if there are random times, I have been attempting. And it hasn't been going the best because unfortunately I have a hectic life between real life and what I do for the channel. And like I said before, that real life gets interrupted by you guys because I'm constantly thinking of what I want to do next for the channel, what I want to do next for you guys. And I know that everyone has said, we understand you have a busy whatever, you can't possibly keep up with the schedule that you're doing, all of that, but I do it because I love to make videos. I love to make you guys happy. I like to entertain. So I work ridiculous hours till like 4 a.m. every day, and then get up 3 hours later and go to real life, and then continue the cycle day and day. And yes, I will admit it gets exhausting very quickly, but I never regret. I never regret staying up past a certain time or being up way too late just because I want to get one editing trick or one little segment perfectly. Because I feel like you guys deserve that. You're supporting me. You're sitting here and you're enjoying what I do. You're telling me how to get better, usually in the nicest of ways, but not always. But that's whatever. But thank you for supporting and following me and all that in between and all the stuff you guys have made for me. I've seen fan art. I've seen like when I didn't have a banner for the channel, you guys made them yourselves. And I did see them, I promise. And all of your Facebook messages and Instagram and Twitter, I can't keep up with all of it. And even though I try, I just can't. So I'm sorry that I'm not able to keep up with it. It's busy. It's hectic. I'm not ignoring anybody. It literally just comes down to there's not enough time in a week to sit down and do it. And I'm sorry for that. But it honestly means so much to me that you guys would stick around and like what I do. And it still just blows my mind that people actually sit down and enjoy what I do and actually like follow me and believe in what I want to do. It's impossible to wrap my head around. Why am I getting emotional? That's dumb. It's not what this video is about. And I wish I could make this a full-time thing for you guys so I can constantly improve every day. That's what I'm attempting to do, is every day something comes out, I've done better in some way. Obviously, that doesn't always translate properly. That doesn't always come out the right way, but I am trying. Every day, new things, new ideas. But time is limited. And that's where I need to ask you guys for help. As I've said 1,000 times before, balancing this and balancing real life is incredibly difficult to do. Through this whole experience so far, I've realized my #1 favorite thing to do is entertain. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. As you can see by the trends, like a writer, voice actor, YouTuber, that kind of stuff. I've always wanted to be entertainment for somebody, even if it's just a small group of people. It's what I've always wanted to do, and I can only improve by going out there and trying more and more and harder every day. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that what I want to be is the best entertainer I can possibly be. I want to get as high as I can possibly go because I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle for, yeah, I'm doing all right. Like, this is good enough. I don't ever want to reach a point where I just say, hey, that's good enough. We may never be like the best of YouTube or the best of the world, but I want to be the best thing that I can be. I want to be the best entertainer I can be for you guys, for everyone that watches it at home. I want to make sure that I'm as good as I can possibly get. I don't ever want to settle for okay or good enough. I need the help of you guys to give me the kick every now and again, to get people involved to give me the kick when I need it, just to make sure I always improve on myself, on the stuff that I'm making, so you guys can better enjoy it. To improve what I do, I need more criticism from more and more people. And I need more important people to see what it is that I'm doing, what I'm attempting to do. If you've been with the channel for, it doesn't even matter how long. If it's been a week, if it's been a year, if it's been 3 years, it doesn't matter. If you could pick your favorite video of mine, whether it be games or a vlog or something, if you could pick your favorite and share it on Twitter or Facebook or Reddit or even stuff like iFunny, all of that would make a world of difference. I've realized one of the most rewarding things from this is helping people and entertaining. I've seen comments and messages lately that was like something along the lines of, I've gone through a rough time in my life, the last, whether it be a week or a month or however long it's been, and you helped me through that. That I can't wrap my head around the fact that me just acting like an idiot on the internet could actually help anybody. And if it does, I'm glad that I'm able to help. And honestly, it makes me a little scared that if I do have the ability to help anyone, that I can't reach out to them. I can't reach out to other people that don't know about us. And I can't help them. And I know that sounds like I'm putting like way too much pressure on myself, or I'm putting way too much at stake and making it sound way too serious. But it's honestly something I think about. If I can help anybody in any way, then I hope to. It's what I hope for. And I'm glad I am able to make something you guys enjoy. I've already said this like a dozen times, the thank yous, the blowing my mind, all of that in between. But I mean every word of it. So thank you guys again. And honestly, it's already impossible to believe that I've been making videos for 3 years now. Now, it has been 3 years straight. I've taken a lot of breaks during school, and the summer I dropped the ball a while back, but I'm here to stay. I am here to work hard every single day and deliver the stuff that I feel you guys deserve. And I'm sorry that I'm not able to like cater to everybody's likeness of what I make. Obviously, there's going to be some series that everyone loves. There's going to be other series that you don't enjoy. And I'm sorry for that. But I always want to, one, play the games and make the videos that I want to make for my reasons, as well as support the people that are just trying to follow their dreams. There's a reason I do play indie games. It's not because it's just niche. Not a whole lot of people do it. I know dozens and dozens of YouTubers do it, but I like to play indie games because I like to support and show off that other people are just trying to do what I'm doing, what everyone's trying to do, and that's find a voice, find their dreams. If making games is your dream and you're out there, even if it's like just a beta game or if it's extremely not finished, it doesn't matter. You're out there doing something. You're out there doing what you want. You're believing in yourself to make something, to reach the goal, anything like that. And I will always be in support of somebody trying to follow their dreams, trying to achieve something, better themselves. Because that's what I'm trying to do every day. Every day I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. Every day I'm trying to make it better than it was yesterday. And that is a theme I hope I repeat. I've repeated throughout the years of my channel, and I hope to continue on forever. Because like 3 years ago, I didn't think I'd be here talking to thousands of people. I've made it this far. But let's see what happens next. It's been 3 years since I started. Where will I be in 3 years? Or 5 years? Because what I hope for in 5 years, or where I see myself in 5 years, is that I'm happy. I'm happy with the stuff I've made. I'm happy with the community that I've created with you guys. I'm happy with the things I've done with the channel, any experiences, anything like that. I want to be happy with what I've done. And I know that tends to be a tall order, just being happy with something you've done, but in 5 years, who knows? We could be 100 times bigger than we are now. We could be smaller, but it doesn't matter where we end up, as long as I'm still doing the channel for the reasons I promised for originally, and that's for you guys, to entertain, to make a connection with you all. And I want to make sure that's something I never lose. I don't want to lose the connection I feel with all of you. I want to make sure I don't lose contact with that. Because above all else, you guys are the most important thing to the channel. And that's non-negotiable. That's the facts. Is that you guys are the most important thing to the channel, and you guys are the reason I do what it is I'm doing. I hope you guys can continue to enjoy what it is that I'm doing. And if you do, sharing it with other people on social media is a phenomenal way to grow, to help us get better at what it is we're doing here. And if you guys do that, thank you so much. That means the world. And if you don't, it still means a lot that you watch the video in general. Thank you guys for everything, for subscribing, for the shares, for the likes, the social media, the Twitch, all of that. It means the world that every day I wake up and there's a new number to look at. I can't say thank you enough. Obviously, I've been recording for 21 minutes now, and I haven't stopped saying it yet. I've probably just been rambling and saying a bunch of stuff, non sequiturs, all that. So I'll wrap it up here so I don't bore anybody, so you guys can get back to whatever it is you're doing today. I hope you're doing something that gets you one step closer to what you want to be, to what you dream of, to what you want to be when you grow up. Because, I mean, you're never really done growing up. You're never really done changing to who you want to be. Choices happen every day. You just make the ones that will help you in the long run. Inspirational quote time. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope we continue what we're doing for a very long time, and we never lose sight of why we're doing it. So thank you, everyone, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.